Joe Biden was speaking in Wisconsin today. A nice rally, all the hoopla is what you do when you're running for president. But I wanted to make sure you were having an awesome Independence Week, if you will. How was your Independence Day? As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is let him ask you. He had a good message about Independence Day, the 4th of July, but not just that. It was a comparison between how he would give the message and how, say, another president would. Check it out.
Folks, did you have a good 4th of July? By the way, if you wonder whether Trump has it all together, did you ever hear how he explained the 4th of July when he was president? No, I'm serious. This is true. His explanation how America won the Revolutionary War, I'm not making this up. He said in his 4th of July speech 5 years ago, he said, George Washington's army won the revolution by taking control of the airports from the British. We talk about me misspeaking. Airports from the British in 1776. It's true, he is a stable genius, this man. My friends, I'm in Wisconsin for one reason, because we're going to win Wisconsin again. Win it.
That part. I just wanted to remind you the difference. I'm not saying you don't have cause to be worried, but let's get to the idea that I'm on vacation. Not even supposed to be doing this. Thank Ganja, it's Friday is off for today because we're all enjoying Independence Day and the weekend of it. I'm spending time with my family, and I hope you're spending time with yours. But there was just another thing I wanted to say, that no matter which way you're leaning, should Joe Biden leave and should Kamala come in or should somebody else take over, can he do it? I think you should at least listen to his case as to why.
Now, you probably heard we had a little debate last week. Can't say it was my best performance.
We love it, Joe.
But ever since then, there's been a lot of speculation. What's Joe going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? What's he going to do? Well, here's my answer. I am running and going to win again. Because folks, I'm the sitting president of the United States of America in no small part because of you. Not a joke. In 2020, you came through for me. I'm the nominee of the Democratic Party. I'm the nominee of this party because millions of Democrats like you just voted for me in primaries all across America. You voted for me to be your nominee, no one else. You, the votes, the voters did that. And despite that some folks don't seem to care who you voted for, well, guess what? They're trying to push me out of the race. No! Well, let me say this as clearly as I can. I'm staying in the race. I'll beat Donald Trump. I will beat him again in 2020. Well, by the way, we're going to do it again in 2024. I learned long ago, when you get knocked down, you get back up. And I'm not letting one 90-minute debate wipe out 3.5 years of work. As the governor said, I've led this nation from the depths of pandemic to the strongest economy in the world, and that's literally true. And I and you are not finished yet. Now, you probably also noticed a lot of discussion about my age. I know I look 40. I keep seeing all those stories about I'm being too old. Let me say something. I was too old. I wasn't too old to create over 15 million new jobs. To make sure 21 million Americans are insured under the Affordable Care Act. To beat Big Pharma, the first one to ever do that, and lower the cost of insulin to $35 per senior. Was I too old to relieve student debt for nearly 5 million Americans and grow the economy? Too old to put the first black woman on the Supreme Court of the United States of America? To sign the Respect for Marriage Act? Was I too old to sign the most significant gun safety law in 30 years? To pass the biggest climate bill in the history of the world, not here, the history of the world. But then, my critics say, sure, but he did all that. But that was in the past. What about now? Well, how about the 200,000 jobs we announced yesterday? So let me ask you, what do you think? You think I'm too old to restore Roe v. Wade, the law of the land? No. You think I'm too old to ban assault weapons again? No. To protect Social Security and Medicare? No. To get child care, elder care for working families who need the nation? No. To make billionaires finally start to pay something beyond 8.2% of the tax rate? Let me ask you, you think I'm too old to beat Donald Trump?
So I said it before, and I'll say it again. Don't panic. Whatever you believe, you have a right to do so. But don't panic either way. What you do is you find out the organization where you live so you can help people get to the polls. Find out the organizations that will allow you to drive the elderly. Find out where you can donate. Find out where you can help out at the polls, and find out how you can get the word out that no matter what happens, no matter who drops out or not, and the fact that he just said he's not, I'm going to have to go with that. That's the breaking news. He's not going anywhere, according to him. The difference between the two is so stark that if you allow a 90-minute debate overshadow everything that's happened on the other side for the past 7 years, if you think that messing up is the same as the lies and the constant missteps, the sharks, the debauchery, if you think that him having a bad debate is the same thing as him telling a 10-year-old going up an escalator that one day he'd be dating her, talking about how his daughter's body looks to the point where the people in his own cabinet had to stop him. If you think that one 90-minute debate where the first half was bad and the last half was still good somehow means that the other guy who has disgraced us, who's an authoritarian, who's a womanizer and a rapist, is somehow in the same boat or somehow unworthy of your vote. You've been watching too much CNN and MSNBC and not enough political drain. Happy Independence Week. Happy Independence Weekend.